Good morning, and wishing you a wonderful Friday ahead. Three things we'll talk about today: higher capital gains tax, earnings roundup, and euro corrects after ECB. Stocks were little change for most of the day Thursday until they were hit with reports of higher capital gains tax, triggering sudden declines. The Biden administration will propose raising capital gains tax to 39.6 from 20% on people earning more than 1 million a year to help pay for the forthcoming package of education, childcare, and other spending increases. This is as per report from New York Times and Bloomberg. The proposal would reverse a long-standing provision of the tax code that taxes returns on investment lower than on labor, is what an interesting observation was. Venture capitalist Tim Draper said the proposal might kill the golden goose that is America/Silicon Valley. If wealthy investors expect higher capital gains tax in the near future, it gives them a strong incentive to sell and book gains now. So it was unsurprising that the news would spark a sell-off. The Dow ended the day lower by about 0.9%. The S&P and Nasdaq both fell around 0.9%. Among the biggest decliners were stocks that have gained a lot during the pandemic, whose holders would therefore stand to be hit hardest by a capital gain tax increase. This included a lot of large technology companies. Twitter, which is up about 126% over the past year, fell about 4.5%. Tesla, which gained about 391% over the past year, fell about 3.3%. Earnings: Intel's revenue forecast beat, but the positive numbers were offset by a drop in data center revenue and a steep decline in gross profit margin. The chip maker said adjusted sales will be about 17.8 billion in the second quarter and 72.5 billion for the year. CEO said supply constraints are holding back his outlook. Shares fell about 2% in extended trading. Snap reported as well. Snap reported quarterly revenue and daily active users that topped consensus. Sales jumped 66% to about 770 million, while DAUs were 280, a 22% gain from a year earlier. Blackstone beat on AUM and distributable income. Southwest and American Air posted adjusted losses per share that were narrower than expected. American Air sees signs of continued recovery. AT&T rose after profit and revenue beat, and Biogen boosted its profit forecast. Yesterday was ECB as well. Euro traded sharply lower against the US dollar after the European Central Bank's monetary policy announcement. On a technical basis, Euro USD has rejected the 100-day moving average, an important inflection point for the currency. In the light of the ongoing US recovery and Bank of Canada's tapering that we spoke about yesterday, investors were hoping for more. Instead, ECB's President Christine Lagarde emphasized concerns about the near-term outlook, indicated that the ECB is not the BOC, and provided little insight on what comes next. Unlike the Eurozone, Canada can provide strong fiscal stimulus, whereas countries in Europe struggle to coordinate any type of fiscal response. Canada also benefits more quickly from a US recovery. With 7 weeks until the next policy meeting, the central bank opted to bide their time and keep the market guessing. June is a very important meeting because the ECB will update their economic projections, and with such a big gap of time, they did not want to pre-commit to changes before it is clear what progress is being made. Demand for the US dollar also contributed to the move, as jobless claims yesterday fell to fresh pandemic lows and the greenback traded broadly higher. Existing home sales did tumble unexpectedly, but that was not a complete surprise given the rise in mortgage rates. In summary, here are the 4 reasons why Euro USD tanked on ECB. This is according to Kathleen. Is near term, ECB still sees outlook clouded by uncertainty. Number 2, ECB reaffirmed accommodative policy. Number 3, ECB failed to provide guidance on what comes next, made no mention of plans for PEPP changes as well. And number 4, fresh pandemic lows for US jobless claims. That's the update. Stay safe and healthy. Have a lovely weekend ahead, and I'll speak to you on Monday.